What's up, guys? Welcome back to Average Dude TV. Today I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know to make money flipping phones today. So I did one of these videos a while ago. It was actually the most popular video that we've done by far. Just hit 500 views. It gets like 10-20 views a day. So I've actually decided, along with the help of Matt, to write a 20 to 40 page book about this with more information, more detail, links that is in the description down below. It's on pre-order right now. It's going to be available October 1st on Amazon, and we might also do a hard copy of it. So please check it out. Please buy it. It's going to be absolutely fantastic and definitely worth the $2.99 because it's going to make you guys thousands. The flip. What is a flip? Hopefully you guys know because you looked up how to flip iPhones or how to buy and sell iPhones. But basically a flip is when you buy something on the cheap and you sell it for more. That's it. That's basically what business is, and that's exactly what a flip is. So Matt, who are you? Why are you telling me about this? And bro, you're 19. You don't look qualified. Great observations. So I started flipping iPhones when I was 15, so 4 or 5 years ago. And basically how it happened is I was in class my freshman year of high school, and somebody mentioned that they had an extra iPod Touch that they were trying to get rid of because they had just upgraded to the iPhone. Quickly in class, while class was being taught, I went on my phone, asked them the specs, you know, what model, the memory, all of that stuff. I looked it up. I saw it was going for whatever, $100, and I said, hey man, I have $50 in my pocket right now. He said yes, got it for $50, sold it online for $100, and I made $50. And that is exactly the flip. And then obviously I started doing that on a larger scale. So I wanted to scale this up. So your question is, hey Matt, how do you obtain these iPhones in the first place? And where do you sell them? So let's start with the beginning. So I exclusively pretty much get iPhones on craigslist.org. That's the best place. And I do two things. You make an account, really easy, it's free to use obviously, and you go to your town and you post a wanted ad that you buy all iPhone devices and all Samsung devices and you pay the highest price cash. You'll meet them now, you pay your cell phone. I don't like people calling me personally, so I tell them to text me even though a lot of them call me anyway. Preference is yours. And then also, I just type in iPhone and I just go through all the ads, and if there's a good phone that looks like it's not spam, everything looks okay, the price isn't ridiculous, I'll text them. And it kind of works like a funnel basically. You know, you contact 50 people and then you end up with 25 people that answer you, and then 5 of those people you can agree on a price with. And that's how it works, and you have to just send out as many messages as you can pretty much, and people will respond to your ads as well very quickly after you post them. And you can also buy phones on eBay, you know, and like bulk lots. I wouldn't recommend it. I stay away from it. Do yourself a favor. Go the Craigslist route, buy a single phone at a time, get screwed on a couple deals because it's probably gonna happen. There's something, you know, maybe wrong with the phone that you didn't notice, and you're gonna learn. And that's just what the learning curve is. One phone at a time. Do it that way. You'll make the most money and you'll learn the quickest doing that. So now you're contacting these people about their devices, and it's like, how do I know how much to pay? So there's 2 websites that I use to kind of give me an idea on price. The first website is swappa.com. Absolutely love it. That's pretty much right now where we exclusively sell. And the second website that I check prices with, just for an idea, is amazon.com. So I don't sell on Amazon, or I don't sell iPhones on Amazon. The reason is that their selling fees are high, and also they implemented a new thing that you have to be like an approved vendor to sell iPhones on their website, and you also have to pay, I believe, like $2,000 or $3,000 to get approved. So swappa.com, you just go on, you type the device out, you see what they're going for, and then you have to work in the factor of shipping. You have to work in the factor of, just because a phone's listed at $250, I usually automatically assume that I'm going to get 10% less than what's listed. So if it's listed at $250, assume you're going to get $225. And then obviously you have to figure out how you want to value your time. And you formulate an offer based on that. If I'm buying single phones from a person, I'll try to go from 20 to 30%. If you're dealing with an iPhone 7, which is going to be worth $600 as opposed to a 5S that's worth $80, you could go lower on the percent side because you're still making a lot of money, and that's just business. That's how you come up with your price. You negotiate it with them, they agree. You go to meet them, right? You don't just hand them cash and walk away with the phone, right? You need to inspect the phone, and also, I had every single person sign a bill of sale. Bill of sale is a legal document. They sign it, they put their name. I also look at their license to make sure that it's not stolen. I've gotten stolen phones. I've gotten phones that had finance on them, and I've gotten fake licenses from people. And it's just for your own safety so nobody screws you. If a phone is stolen and the police are looking for it and you have it and you don't have a bill of sale because you paid cash and there's no proof, they're going to think you stole the phone. All right, so the first thing that you're going to want to get is the IMEI number. So this is just my phone for demo purposes because we don't have any phones that are open right now. But basically what I started doing is before I meet the person, I get them to send me the IMEI before I meet them so that I can run it. And basically the IMEI is almost a serial number that's unique to the phone. So if the phone is financed, if it's reported lost or stolen, if it's blacklisted, which means that it is unable to be activated, you can find all of that out with the IMEI number. So in the original video, I told you guys to go on swappa.com/ESN and check the IMEI with that. The issue with that is that unless you're actually listing the phone on Swappa, if you're just using that link to do the check, it's only going to tell you if it's blacklisted. If there's a finance on it, it's not going to tell you. So basically, the website that I'm going to recommend to you is checkmend.com. I'm going to put that in the description below as well. And you have to pay for the searches, but if you get 100 searches, it's only 69 cents each. And in the long run, it's totally worth it because you're not going to get screwed by buying bad phones. And that's the most legit, top website, not affiliated with them. If anything, I pay them money to use their service. And now I'm going to show you guys how to locate the IMEI. So you ask the person to send it to you, you check it, and then obviously people try to pull switcheroonies on you. When you meet them, you have the number written down on the bill of sale already, and you'll go on the phone and match the numbers to make sure they're not trying to pull a quick one. So let's show you how to do that. So you're going to go into settings, and then general, and then about, and I'm not actually going to show you mine, but it's right here at the bottom of the about page. It's really simple. When I tell people what to do, I say go to settings, go to general, go to about, and they send it to you that way. And that's a preliminary step that you could do to kind of eliminate any bad phones. If the phone comes up as finance when you do the search, do not buy the phone. Don't buy it. If they say I paid it off, if they say I'm going to use this money to pay it off, don't buy the phone. It's that simple. So now I'm going to show you some other things that I inspect on phones when I get them. So the first thing I do is I'll power it off and I'll look for the aesthetics. So, you want to look in the back, just kind of note on the bill of sale any damages, make sure that the camera isn't cracked. Look at the lightning port, all of that. And then the most important, because sometimes this slips, is look at the screen, especially the corners, and make sure that there's no even microscopic chips or anything like that. Hold it up at different angles, because if the phone is cracked, you cannot sell it on Swappa. If it's a damaged device, you cannot sell it under the regular listing. And you're paying them based on selling it as a perfect working device. So if there's a chip in it that's microscopic, that takes really significant value away from the device, even though it might seem like it's tiny. So the first thing you want to do is, after you match the IMEI, is look on the back, and there's going to be a model number, right? This is the 7 Plus, so it's model number A1784. There's going to be, for every model, there could be 2 or 3 model numbers, because the different carriers, some of them have different model numbers. So when you go on Swappa, when you pull up the listing, Sprint iPhone 7, there will be actual model number attached to that as well. So just double check that, make sure that that is fine. Then what I'm gonna do is you're gonna go back to settings. So right now, my iCloud account is attached to the phone because this is mine, but there should be nothing in there. If there's an iCloud account attached to it, you need to get them to remove it. If they can't remove it, I wouldn't buy the device. You could, you know, buy it and sell it still, but no one else can log in with their iCloud account, basically. So check their iCloud account. What I do is I usually meet them at a Starbucks. So I'll go to the Wi-Fi, I'll connect to, you know, the Starbucks Wi-Fi, make sure that it works, try to get on the internet. Rarely have problems with that. Then I go down to sounds. You know, click this, make sure you can feel it vibrate. You know, scroll up, make sure that it makes sound. And then I also, you know, do all the buttons, right? Make sure all the buttons work, they're not sticky. All of that, you know, the lock button, of course. Then you go back, you go down to Touch ID. So this is my bad. This is an important thing for all the newer phones. You want to make sure that the Touch ID works, because basically if they replace the screen and they replace it with a different home button, the Touch ID won't work, and again, that retracts from the value. So you click add a fingerprint, and you do it like that. You don't have to go through with it, because if it does that and recognizes your fingerprint at all, it means it works. If it doesn't recognize it, you know, an error message will pop up. Also, under About, you can see the carrier, you know, AT&T. So make sure it says there as well. And then I'll go under Camera, and you know, front one and this one. Make sure that it's not destroyed or anything like that. And then also I usually test the flash on the back one as well to make sure that that works. And then recently what we started doing is you go to voice memos. I don't know what this is. You go, hi, la 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 la. You do that. This just tests the microphone, make sure that that works. And then the speaker, obviously. It'll work, trust me. I think did I miss anything? I think that's pretty much it. So that's all I do. There's some people that they go like super extensive and yada yada yada, but at the end of the day, you're meeting someone. You're not trying to spend 3 hours inspecting a phone. You're not trying to take the screen off, that type of thing. Usually what I do is like I hold it up, I look in the lightning port, and sometimes that can indicate water damage. You know, if you look in there and you see maybe, you know, like rust or anything like that, that'll indicate water damage. I don't advocate that you attempt to take the screen off of some random person's phone. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's what I do. That's how I take care of it. So then you see the license. On the bill of sale, you put all the specs of the phone, the condition, physical blemishes, the memory, the provider, their name, address, signature, your signature, the date, all of that stuff. We're going to talk about actually you come home with the phone and now you want to list it. How do I list it? Which is pretty much just the easiest part. So like I said, Swappa.com is the marketplace that I sell my phones on. It's pretty much exclusively electronics. It's mostly phones. It started with mostly phones. They have iPads, Chromebooks, MacBooks, all of that stuff as well. So say I want to sell an iPhone 7, AT&T, and here you could see as well, like even within the AT&T iPhone 7, there's 2 different model numbers listed. So, sure. And then, usually what I do is, I've had previous listings, so I'll open another tab just to make it easier to list them as that loads. And you could look at the prices here, and, you know, say this is the phone I'm selling, right? Say it's a iPhone 7 AT&T 32GB rose gold, and the cheapest price is $445. Obviously, all these 3 people have no feedback, which makes them more likely to get less money. So if you have good feedback, you need to take this into account that all these people have no feedbacks, because you could get more money. Let's just pretend that they all have good feedback. The way I price my phones, and I suggest that everyone prices their phones, is penetration pricing. Basically what that means is best value or lowest in the marketplace. The reason I do that is because the lower your prices, the quicker you're going to sell it. And the quicker you sell it, the quicker you recoup the entire sum of that money, not just the profit. Which basically means that your turnover is quicker. the faster that you sell phones means the quicker you can go out, buy another phone, and do it again. And that is how you maximize your money gains, is by having quick turnover. These people that list their phones for $500 when the cheapest is $445, they're going to sit on it for a while. And yes, they'll make more money in the end, theoretically, from that one device than you did. But if they have to sit on it for 3 times as long and you flip 3 phones, you're going to make out better. So that's what I suggest that you do. Ultimately, it's really up to you, but if you want to make the most money, then you need to have penetration pricing, and that's what it is. Especially with something like this, where it's just a commodity. As someone that's selling it, you can't add any value to it. You could provide good customer service, you could provide a warranty, but you can't actually add any value, because at the end of the day, you buy it, it's a phone, you sell it, it's a phone. So, back to listing it. So you go to the page, you click sell, yes, blah, 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 and they have this nice chart that gives you like pricing averages for the months and all that stuff. Click sell. So what I'll do here is I'll go into my account, my selling, and basically what I do is, because I have other listings, to save time, is I just copy and paste the description and the headline and just tweak it based off that model, instead of like retyping it, and then it wouldn't be consistent and all of that. So this is one of the listings that we have, say, the iPhone 6s Gold, amazing condition, established seller, 7-day warranty. Copy it, paste it here. No, this is iPhone 7. It's a 32 gig, AT&T, and then you do the same with the description. At the bottom here, I say, that we ship USPS, priority mail, devices are in good condition, they're used, everything you need to know about the devices explained. We have a 7-day warranty on all devices, but we charge a $30 restocking fee. And I suggest that you offer a similar warranty. It makes people feel more comfortable. At the end of the day, if they don't like it, they can pay you a $30 restocking fee. You could sell the phone again. And as long as they don't actually damage the phone in the 7 days they have it, there's not really an issue. And most of the time, people aren't even going to return the phone anyway. I don't think we got a single return. So then scroll up, and it says, it explains what the listing is. Again, you just change these things to make it accurate with this listing. 32 gig gold. And then what I do is I give it a numeric rating out of 10, just so they have an idea. And you need to be fair on this. You really can't exaggerate. Otherwise, people are going to be disappointed. So, overall rated a 7 out of 10. And then I explain why. So there's light scratching on the front and back. A couple small dings on the edges and corners. As seen in the pictures. Phone functions perfectly. All that. And then overall device condition. Mint, good, fair, or new. I know a lot of times people are going to be tempted to list it as mint, but you need to look at how it's explained. Majority of the time, even if you think the phone's mint, it's going to be good. Basically, their description of mint is it's a new phone that's been opened. Basically, is their description of it. So you really can't mislead people. So please be honest with it. And then you just answer these questions. Refurbished, are you the original owner? And then they take a fixed fee, and shipping is included in this, so work it in. So I want to be the cheapest on the market, so I'm going to list it for $425, plus the fee is $440, and the cheapest is $445. Then your PayPal address. If you're a legitimate business, you're going to need to put sales tax information in. And then right here, you type the IMEI number, and they run it before they approve the listing. Color that, if it comes with anything, shipping and handling. And then I can't click create the listing because I'm not going to put IMEI in, but once you click create listing, it basically the page looks exactly like this. And it generates this 6 alphanumeric code right here. And you have to write that on a piece of paper and take pictures with that code next to the phone. Every picture doesn't have to have it, but the picture of the front with the front on needs to have it, and that's just so that they can actually verify that you actually have the device.
So, for example, you would take the picture with the screen on and the number right next to it, and you would go, and then you post it online.
Exactly. And basically, You take a picture, all blemishes, all damages, imperfections, take a picture of it. Get like weird angles, like you could see what we have here. There's 6 pictures. Front, back, side because there's a ding, side because there's a ding. A close up with angle of the back because there's going to be a little bit of scratching, and the same with the front with the screen off because there's always like even the small scratching on the screen. Because I mean it's glass at the end of the day. And then you upload it, and then what I do is I comment down here, please approve, and I click SWAPA, staff, I need help, post comment. You're not really supposed to do that, but I do it anyway. And then once they approve it or don't approve it, they'll email you. If they don't approve it, they'll tell you what the issue is. And then that's pretty much it. And then you sell the phone, they pay you PayPal, you ship it out, you get the money instantly as long as your PayPal account's fine. And then you go out and you do it again. And that's pretty much all you need to know about flipping iPhones. As you do it, you're going to get better at what to look for as far as when you're inspecting devices, and also, this is going to sound weird, vibes that people give off when you meet them, when people are lying to you. You know, I always ask people like, why are you selling this phone? And there was one time where I had a gut feeling like it just didn't add up what this guy was saying, but I was like, oh, I'm here, I bought the phones anyway, and I got screwed for like $1,000. So go with your gut. If you have bad feeling about it, they're giving off shady vibes, don't buy the phone. If you have any doubts, don't buy the phone, because there will be another one that you could buy. That's pretty much the video. I hope it was, I know that it was way more informative, a little bit longer than the other one, but hopefully you got a little bit more out of it. Things were explained a little bit more clearly. So if you liked it, please give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be putting out more videos about fitness, about how to make money on phones, Swappa, Amazon, that type of thing. And make sure you go down below, click that Amazon link, and please pre-order the book, because let me tell you, if you thought this video was informative, the book is even more informative. It's literally a map to money. So make sure you pre-order that, and guys, we'll see you in the next one.